Hey y'all, how is everybody? Happy Thursday. How'd your day go today? I've been busy today. I'm pretty tired. um, Let me tell you about my day. I had to go run a couple of errands and then came back. I'm not a gourmet cook, but I like to cook. And my daughter and I are always looking for new recipes to try because we get tired of eating the same things over and over again. And, we have our favorites just like anybody does, but after a while you get burned out, so you want to try something new. So today I made some banana nut bread. And for dinner, hey Robert, thanks for coming on. For dinner, I made chicken parmesan. Hey Michelle. And this was my first time making chicken parmesan. It's not particularly hard to do. Hey Tabitha. But, it was something that we figured would be different, and it turned out pretty well. My daughter's a picky eater, and she liked it, so I must have done something right. Today's word goes along those same lines. It's a word that we throw around a lot, but I can't help but wonder how much we actually apply it to our lives voluntarily. Hey Tucker, hope you're doing okay. So the word for today is change. And those of you who are my friends or have been following me on Facebook have probably seen me posting about that quite a bit recently. There's a reason for that, okay? Why is it that we'll practice change with something simple like a new recipe, but we refuse to do it in the bigger and more important aspects of our lives, like when it really matters? I think part of that is stubbornness. I know I'm stubborn, self-admitted stubborn person here. But I think fear and insecurities also play a part in that. I think this is why, as an example, people stay in the jobs that they hate, and before they know it, the majority of their lives are gone, and they didn't accomplish even a quarter of what they wanted to do. They didn't follow their dreams because they were either too stubborn or too scared or worried about being able to find another job to change that job. And so now they're, nearing the end of their life and they didn't get to do anything that they really wanted to do. It's good. I'm going to be making a glaze for that bread here in just a little bit. But it turned out really well. I hadn't had any in a while, and I was at the store and I was like, okay, I think I'm going to do this tonight. I know that I keep coming back to relationships, but the reason for that is because our relationships are the most important thing in our lives. Our connection to other people. Hey Robert, I'm glad you're on here. Not just romantic relationships. When I'm talking about, hey Kim, when I'm talking about relationships, I'm not just talking about your significant other, your spouse, or your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, but family, friends, co-workers. Think about those relationships. Are they healthy and positive? Think about the people that you know in your life. Do the relationships that you have with people make you feel good about yourself? And do they make you happy? Or are they hurting you by making you unhappy? Do you know a toxic person that is always bringing you down? You know the answer to that. You know the people that you know, and you know whether they are healthy for you or if they are not healthy for you. And the people that truly love you and are around you quite a bit know the answer to that too. They know who those people are. You can't change anyone. You can plead and talk and cry and scream and argue. And you may be 100% correct in what you're saying and what you're trying to get that other person to do. But they are not going to change unless they want to. As I've said before, don't tell me, show me. I don't put a whole lot of stock in what people say anymore because I've been burned too many times. I'm a people watcher. I watch what people do. It's not that I ignore what they say, but I do watch to see if what they are constantly saying adds up to what they're actually doing. If they're constantly saying that they'll change, but they aren't making a conscious effort to do that, then you need to be the one to make the change. And that's not just in relationships, but the same thing goes with a job or anything else you're unhappy with in your life. Sometimes we have to be the person that makes the changes. We can't always just leave it up to someone else to do that. If you change your actions, you change your perspective and your reactions to situations, and change your mentality too. Now, how do you do that? Again, and I'm going to keep saying this because some of you all need to hear this. YouTube, this self-development, there's books, there's podcasts, there's, videos, there's all kinds of things that you can do, and you can find stuff no matter what religion you are, if you don't believe in any religion at all. You can find something that applies to you. I happen to be Christian, not everyone is. So I'm not going to, I don't want that to discourage anyone from seeking help because they think I'm coming on here and just preaching to them. That's not what I'm doing. I know my beliefs, okay, and I do use my beliefs daily. I'm not ashamed of my beliefs, but you have your beliefs as well, and you are entitled to those beliefs, so that's why I don't get religious. But change, it's important. It's hard to do, but if we don't do it, we don't grow, and we don't learn new things. If we stay stagnant where we're at, we smother our potential. And you deserve more than that. You deserve to be happy. If you're not happy with your job, I'm not saying if your job is your only income that you go out and quit your job tomorrow, but maybe start looking for a job in a field that you really want to get into. Same thing with relationships. You don't always have to respond to someone that you know is just egging you on and antagonizing you. If they're sending you 30 texts, blowing up your texts, turn your phone off. There are things that you can do in order to get those people out of your life, if that's what you really want to do. Don't let them keep controlling you. Don't let your situations and your circumstances keep controlling you. If you want to change, you have to change. So that's all for tonight. Reflect on this a little bit. Change is hard. I know it is. I'm having to do it too. I'm going through it too. And like I said, I'm probably the queen of stubborn. Anyone that knows me really well can vouch for that. I've been set in my ways for a long time, so I've had to retrain myself on a lot of these words that I'm talking about. How about y'all do me a favor tonight and leave me a comment or maybe a link to a recipe, one of your favorite recipes. I need some new ideas. I'm tired of eating the same stuff all the time. Just nothing with seafood, please. We don't eat seafood. Ugh. But send me something good that I can make, and come back tomorrow for a new word. And don't forget to try to apply these words. If you don't remember a word, these videos are on my timeline right now. But once I get all 30 days done, I'm going to put them into a video album on it. If you're my friend, it'll be public so anybody can access it. If you ever need a refresher course. As always, remember that you're a role model to someone you know. So if someone's wanting to change, encourage them to do so. You know, you could change somebody's life just by being supportive in their decision to change, as long as it's nothing illegal, okay? But you are a role model to someone you know, so be a good one. You all have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.